think people will say that the Brecon is incredibly difficult to train. However, I'd argue that the jungle is possibly the hardest environment to operate in.
The Guards have a bit of a reputation for being focused on ceremonial duties, but certainly the Welsh Guards spent the last 6 months around East Africa, and now #2 company here practicing their jungle warfare skills in Jamaica. But as soon as they get back, they'll be straight on to rehearsals for the Coronation, Operation Golden Orb.
The one bit I wanted for them is for them to bond as a company, for them to work for each other. And that's massively important, because moving on after this, we move into ceremonial duties. Everyone needs to work as a team. The more bonding we do out here and the more we work together, it makes that job, a little bit easier.
The bedrock of the army is discipline and teamwork. And what the jungle teaches you is certainly personal discipline and teamwork and working within a small team within a larger construct. Very much similar to state ceremonial and public duties, and what we'll take from here is the personal discipline and team ethos that we'll work towards when we'll change the combats that we're wearing for tunics, for Golden Orb and Trooping the Colour.
One thing they will pick up is a lot more fitness, and they'll be a lot more robust as a result of this training. So when they get into the ceremonial season, their ability to cope with the demands of standing for long periods in hot weather with ceremonial kit on will be improved as well. So there's a lot to learn from them both.
When you're looking at something like Trooping the Colour or the other state ceremonial events you do, it might seem quite remote from, as we call, green soldiering skills. But the skills are absolutely transferable. So your ability to stand rock steady on a parade, despite maybe being very uncomfortable, being very hot, very cold, is exactly the same as being rock steady in an ambush in the jungle where insects are biting you and it's either boiling hot or pouring down with rain. That same self-discipline, your ability to make sure your kit when you go out on parade is immaculate in London is as important to make sure that your kit is in serviceable order in the trees, because it's incredibly demanding, and if neither are up to mark, then you'll be found out. So there are definite parallels, although I say when you're dressed up in all your finery on the troop, it may be quite hard to compare that to being out in the trees here.
This is preparing us, just as time on the drill scare would, for the public duties that are coming up in the future. The jungle demands discipline, it demands doing the basics right, and it demands looking out for each other. And those three things are all that we put into practice on the drill scroll as well.
The outdoor division, one day we can be outside the palace, the next day we can be here in the jungle. We can flip from, we call it the green soldiering, and the ceremonial duties, we can flip easy enough, and it's not a challenge. We can just jump in and out, and I think that's what sets us apart from anyone else.